Right out of the gate, we've got a high-stake sentencing in Texas. 12 years on the table, deadly weapon involved, and 2 criminal cases being considered. And just wait until you hear what happened to the victim. This one's intense.
All right, court is calling 2022 CR 7209, State of Texas versus Uriah David Huffman. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Carl Alexander for Mr. Huffman.
And are you Mr. Huffman?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea of guilty on September 11th. You applied for deferred adjudication. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 12 years in the prison. There are 2 cases that are being taken in consideration. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon, a $5,000 fine, and the state is opposing your application. And there is restitution to Joshua Sandoval and Ramon Lavario. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor. The state has.
Yes, ma'am.
Any objections?
There's a few corrections, Judge, but I think we can handle most of that during testimony.
All right. State, do you have any witnesses?
Okay. The stable.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor. I guess first I'll go ahead and take care of the Zoom witness called Candy Huffman.
All right, can you unmute yourself, please? All right, any objections to the witness appearing by Zoom, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record, please.
Candy Joanne Huffman.
Defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Huffman, although I think we can tell by your last name, how are you related to Uriah?
I'm his mother.
And how old is Uriah?
26. Oh God.
Have you not seen Uriah in a while?
No.
Here's where it gets emotional. The defendant's mother takes the stand. Zooming in from Florida. She's about to paint a picture of her son. That's very different from the brutal facts of this case. Question is, will the judge buy it?
Where do you currently?
I also have lupus, and so memory and stuff is a little, I had to think about the math.
I got you. Okay. Where do you currently live at?
I live in Florida.
Can you be a little more specific, at least what county?
Orlando. I live in Orlando.
Uriah, he's originally from Texas, is that right?
Yes, he was born in Dallas.
Okay. And was there a father in his life?
No,
Has he ever known his father?
no, he's never met him. He left, rather I left him, when his father, whenever I was 4 months pregnant.
Does your son have a drug problem?
He did. Yeah.
And you say he did, are you talking about the fact that he's been sober since he's been in jail for a year and a half?
Yes, I suppose.
Okay, so prior to his arrest for the offenses that brings him here today, how bad would you say Uriah's drug use was?
I would say probably pretty bad. As far as what I was aware, he was always high.
Did he choose to be homeless in order to feed that addiction?
I think that I don't think he chose to be homeless in order to feed the addiction, to be honest. I think he chose to be homeless, and the addiction, or the drug use rather, was just part of it because of the people that he was around.
So during this time, the time that Uriah took part in hurting people, was he the same Uriah that you knew and raised?
No, no, absolutely not. Uriah was never violent. Even whenever I found out about what happened, I was shocked. He's not a violent person. He was never in fights at school growing up. He never at all. He wasn't violent at home. He didn't punch walls. He was never like that, ever.
Now, since his incarceration, have you had contact with him, either through
Yes.
phone, video visits?
Yes.
And have you seen Uriah change over the course of the last year and a half?
Yes, other than just being understandably sad and depressed and lonely, as you would be in the situation that he's in, I got my son back. He's became I could talk to him again. He could carry on and wanted to carry on a conversation with me. He was back to being my loving son again.
Now, if the judge grants Uriah deferred adjudication, okay, will he have a place to live?
Yes, he can live here with me.
So that would be in Florida.
Yes, sir.
And again, if he's granted deferred, there's probably going to be a lot of requirements of him, such as making appointments, being tested for substance abuse, probably doing some type of classes of community service.
Mm-hmm.
Will you aid him in making sure he's complying with all of the requirements?
Absolutely. Yes. I work from home. Well, I am starting a home business. I'm an artist, so it's just crafting, but so I'm free to do that.
Will you help Uriah in getting employment?
Yes, absolutely.
Does he actually have a job waiting for him in Florida if he is granted probation?
Yes. My husband had spoken to but he told me, now this was a while back, that he, sorry, my hand is cramping, that he could have an entry level position with my husband.
And what would he be doing?
Just computer work. I'm not really sure exactly what it is, but it would be just stuff on the computer. Other than that, if that isn't still available, because he hasn't talked to his boss about it recently, then I would do whatever I needed to do to help him find a job. That would definitely be a priority.
And again, if Uriah is granted deferred adjudication, he's very likely going to have to make restitution to the victims of his cases. Would you help him make sure that he stays employed and he's making good on that debt?
I would do whatever I needed to do to help him do what he needed to do. Yes. My husband and I would, my mother and father would. I've already talked to them about it as well. My mother and stepfather also live here. That's why I moved here. And they're also supportive. So
that's a support structure that Uriah has there in Florida. Did he have all that here before when he chose to get lost in drugs?
He's always had me, but no, not really. Other than me, no.
But so now it's a bigger support structure waiting for him.
Yes, I would say so. But he also he won't know anybody here. Like nobody from, anybody that he used to run with or know on the streets or anything. Like, he won't know anybody here. So it would be a complete fresh start, you know, and as far as that goes, I think that would be a great help as well. And that's just my opinion, but yeah.
All right, Ms. Huffman. Thank you for your time. I'll pass the witness.
State.
Thank you. Ms. Huffman, I'm Jason Garahan. I'm a prosecutor for the state of Texas.
Yes, sir. Hi.
Hi. Nice to see you on Zoom here. I got the indication that you're, when Mr. Alexander was asking you some questions, that, tell me if I'm wrong, but Uriah's violence towards other people was sort of a drug induced. Is that what you feel?
Yes, I think that it was drug induced, and that and because of who he was with, more than anything.
I mean, you are aware that there's a evaluation, what we call a precedence investigation, where your son stated that he denied consuming alcohol or drugs during the commitment of this offense of aggravated assault on an individual. Are you aware of that?
No, I'm not, but I know how methamphetamines work, and I know my son, and he wasn't the same person at that time.
Were you there?
Mentally.
Sorry.
No, I wasn't. I obviously wasn't there, but I talked to him often. Well, sometimes I would.
Notice how the prosecutor is about to completely change the tone. Up until now, Mom's been describing her son as a sweet kid who lost his way. But prosecutors, they're about to remind everyone exactly what happened to the victim, and it's graphic.
On the day of the offense?
No. Well, no.
In his precedence investigation, he said he did meth after the offense happened in the days following. You're not aware of that, are you?
No.
And are you aware of the victim's injuries in this case?
The victim's what?
Injuries.
Yes.
So you're aware that he lost an eye?
Yes.
His skull was crushed in?
Yes.
And that he was shot at more than once?
Not by my son. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. Yes, I am. And it's a terrible thing. And I'm glad that he is alive.
You're also aware he was stabbed? Is that correct?
No, I wasn't aware of that part, but I mean, it doesn't make it any better or worse. It's all bad.
You realize also that he was hogtied with his arms
Yes.
and his behind him?
Yes.
And put it in his own trunk of his own car.
Mm-hmm.
And driven around and then dumped on the side of the road without many articles of his clothing, pretty much naked. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Your son told you this?
No.
Okay. No further questions, John.
All right. Any further questions? All right. You can call your next witness.
All
right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record, please.
Uriah David Huffman.
All right. Make sure you keep your voice up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, Uriah, you had a chance to go over this PSI. I'll just start there. Right.
All right. You're going to have to answer yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I believe you said there's a couple things you wanted to cover.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's just cut right to the chase about what happened to Joshua. He was here. Right?
Yes, sir.
The PSI talks about you actually tying him up. Did you tell the probation officer you actually tied him up?
The probation officer?
That interviewed you for this. Did you tell them that you tied him up?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So as far as the tying up is concerned, because he was tied up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How did you participate? What was your active role?
I just got the rope and I handed it to DK, or to Daryl. Sorry.
I'm sorry, could you speak up?
I got the rope and I handed it to Daryl.
Okay.
And that's your co-defendant in this case, who I believe you referred to as DK.
Yes, sir.
The PSI also talks about you putting Josh in the trunk of his car. Did you do that?
No, sir.
Did you tell probation you did that?
No, sir.
Did you drive his car away with him in it?
Yes, sir.
The PSI also talks about when you guys went and stopped somewhere in Atkins, and it makes it sound like you took part in the shooting, like that you actively shot Joshua. Did you tell probation that?
No, sir. I mean, I told them that I was there, yes, but I never touched the gun. I never did anything like that.
Did you assist in removing Joshua from his trunk so that he could be shot?
I don't believe so, no.
Did you have a gun?
No, sir.
So are you the one that shot Joshua?
No, sir.
Who did shoot Joshua?
Daryl shot Joshua.
Now, you're not saying that you didn't participate in what happened to Joshua, are you?
No, I'm not saying that.
And I believe what's actually in the stipulated evidence is earlier that day, Joshua had actually hit you in the face with a guitar. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And so you made DK aware of this?
Whenever DK pulled up to the trailer, he asked me why I was bleeding, and I told him that Joshua hit me with a guitar.
Okay. Did you ask DK to do anything to Joshua?
No, sir. He walked in and started doing that on his own.
Okay. But once DK started doing things to Joshua, you made a choice, right?
Yes, sir.
You chose to go get the rope.
Yes, sir.
You chose to drive the car.
Yes, sir.
And you chose to plead guilty as opposed to no contest, right?
Yes, sir.
So probably the biggest question in the back of the judge's mind is, based on everything that happened to Joshua, okay, and what you did participate in,
Yes, sir.
why in the world should she give you probation and not just send you to prison?
Because I understand that it was wrong in not calling the cops and participating in any of it. And I believe that I can prove that that's not who I am, and that I'll be able to complete probation and pay back any kind of restitution that goes to them, to Joshua.
Are you sorry for?
Yes, of course.
What happened?
I'm sorry that all of it happened to him. He didn't deserve it, and I'm sorry to his family.
Well, they're right there. So maybe you should tell him and not us.
Of course, I'm very sorry that all of it happened to Joshua. If I could go back, I would have called the cops. I would have tried my best.
This is the million-dollar question. Why should the court give probation to someone tied to a crime that left a man nearly dead? Watch how the defendant tries to convince the judge he deserves a second chance to
convince DK not to do it. I'm very sorry.
You had an evaluation about your drug usage.
Yes, sir.
And I think it says in there you were using meth daily. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. DK wasn't just your friend, right?
What do you mean?
DK was selling meth.
Yes, sir. He was, yeah.
Okay. And all the people you were associating with at the time, including Josh, you guys were all meth users, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Again, if the judge takes a chance on you, that's a hard thing to shake. It was recommended that if you're granted probation, that you do inpatient therapy.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, rehab. Are you willing to do that and do what it takes?
Yes, sir.
No matter, because there's several programs a judge could choose from, some of which could take up to a year before you're ever released.
Mhm.
Are you willing to do that?
Yes, sir.
Are you asking the judge for a second chance despite your choices?
Yes, sir.
Tell her that, not me.
Yes, ma'am. I would. I hope that you'll give me the chance and opportunity to prove that or to give me a probation and even the drug rehab program.
I'll pass the minister.
State.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Huffman, you said you didn't actually actively shoot Mr. Penwell, right?
Yes, sir.
And you actively, I guess, grabbed a rope, handed it over to DK, which is Daryl King, right?
Yes, sir.
Daryl King's the one that shot Josh, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Who stabbed him?
I'm not aware.
You're not aware? You didn't have a knife?
No, sir.
You didn't have a knife.
No, sir.
And so the stab wounds, you don't know how that happened?
I'm aware that he got stabbed, but I don't know
Who
how.
stabbed him?
All right, I'm going to need you to speak up.
I'm aware that he got stabbed, but I'm not aware of who stabbed him.
Was there anybody else?
Was there anybody else that could have stabbed him?
Mhm.
Yes.
Who?
I don't know his name. It was just a guy.
So you don't have the guy's name.
No, sir.
So this random guy that you don't know his name stabbed Josh. Is that what you're saying?
No.
So who
I'm
stabbed him?
saying that there was another guy that could have done it.
Could have done it. So you could have done it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You asked me if there was anybody else.
Okay.
Yes, there was.
You were there.
Yes, sir.
You were there when he got put in the trunk.
Yes, sir.
You were there when he got tied up.
Yes, sir.
You're the one that drove the vehicle around, right? In a hot trunk. And you knew that this individual had been stabbed, beaten, and tied up.
No, at the time I did not know.
You didn't know he had been beaten?
No, that he'd been stabbed. I didn't find that out until I was already in jail.
Oh, so you didn't witness any stab wounds. You didn't see him bleeding before he got shot?
No, sir.
He wasn't bleeding before y'all shot him on the side of the road.
I didn't shoot him.
I know, I said y'all, law parties in the state of Texas, if you're standing there, you're participating, and that doesn't mean you pulled the trigger, but you were there, right?
Yes.
And
Yes,
you
sir.
left with DK, right?
Yes, sir.
Was he bleeding before you all shot him? Let's just say DK, I'm not gonna split peas with you. DK shoots him, you're standing next to DK. Was he bleeding before he was shot?
Yes,
Why was he bleeding?
yes, I assume he would. I can't tell you why he was bleeding. I'm sure
can't?
he got stabbed, but I don't know who stabbed him.
Did you hit him?
No,
You never hit Josh,
no, sir.
ever.
No, sir.
So DK did everything.
Yes, sir.
So DK stabbed him.
Okay, well, I don't know. I can't say for sure if TK stabbed him.
Okay. So he was bleeding before he was shot, right?
Yes, I mean, I
Hey,
believe I saw.
You were sober. You weren't doing drugs. You weren't drinking. Right? That's what you told everybody in this packet. You weren't drinking and you weren't on meth the day this happened. You said it twice. So you were sober when this happened. Right?
That is what that says, but I've already tried to tell my lawyer that I was using at that time.
At that time. Were you using that day or not?
Yes,
So now that's something else that needs to be changed in this packet.
I thought that's what he said. I'm trying to.
I
make
don't
it
know.
clear
I'm
to
asking
him.
you.
Yes, that I was using drugs that day.
So these two items that say right here, it says defendant denied consuming alcohol and using drugs on the date of the instant offense. That means that offense that happened that we were just talking about. That's wrong.
I mean, yes, I did use drugs that day.
Okay. Before or after you all shot him?
So,
Sorry, I
Both?
can't hear you, sir.
both.
So you were using drugs before and after Josh was shot.
I had used drugs before. Yes, and
That day.
yes, that day. Yes, sir.
And then also right here, it says right here, I wasn't consuming alcohol or using drugs.
Yes, that's what my attorney went through with me, and I told him that was wrong.
Okay, so now that part is wrong also. That you
Yes.
were using alcohol and drugs.
Not alcohol, but drugs. Yes.
Okay, all right. So you deny, well, okay, you do remember him being tied up, right? What you call hog-tied, right?
Yes, sir.
And he didn't have his clothes on, right?
Yes, sir.
Why didn't he have his clothes on?
Because they got taken off.
Who took them off?
DK.
And you just stood there?
Yes, sir.
Was he hog-tied at the time that the clothes were being taken off or not?
Yes, I believe so.
He was. And then when was he shot?
He was shot behind the car.
Behind the car. When he was on the ground,
Yes, sir.
bleeding, Already been cut?
It was
Already
dark.
been stabbed?
Yes.
Tell me this. What do you think had happened to him after he got shot?
This is a turning point. The prosecutor is making it crystal clear under Texas law. Even if you didn't pull the trigger, if you helped, you're just as guilty. And this was one step shy of a homicide.
He was laid on the side of the road.
Well, did you think he died?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is one step away from a murder, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So why do you deserve deferred adjudication on this case? Tell the court that. Why do you deserve it? Because you almost committed murder. You see the man right there with his face bashed in, and he has his left eye's not there anymore. Why do you deserve deferred for that?
Can't honestly say that I don't.
Thank
Or
you.
that I do.
Thank you. No further questions.
Defense, any other questions?
And I apologize, right? I did forget to ask you. We discussed it before. So, do you want to clarify with the court? You were using drugs that day, right?
Yes.
But you weren't drinking.
No, I was not drinking.
You knew what was going on, Joshua, right? As the events are unfolding, you know what's going on.
Yes, sir.
You could have done something, right?
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you?
I wasn't in the right state of mind. I just been hit with a guitar. So I wasn't thinking clearly. DK, he told me to get the rope. He told me to do this, and I chose to listen to him. Whenever I should have told him that, no.
What gave DK so much power over you that you
It's not that he had
listened to?
It's not that he had power. It's just that I don't know. He's a very intimidating person, and
Is DK a little man or a big man?
you know he's a big dude.
Did you ever know DK to be violent?
He always got what he wanted. Yes,
Or DK was the one holding the gun?
yes, sir.
Yeah, we need to make it clear that you understand. Okay. Even though you're saying you're not the one that shot Joshua, you're unclear who stabbed him. You helped, and the law says you're just as guilty.
Yes, sir.
You get that?
Yes, sir.
Despite that, are you asking the court for a chance to prove that you can change and you can be a productive member of society?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Rap. Husband.
No question.
All right, any other witnesses?
No, ma'am.
Any other witnesses from the state?
Nothing to say, Your Honor.
All right, with regards to the restitution amount, is there agreed upon restitution or no?
No, Judge. And if I can address that, we've been provided nothing as far as what these amounts come from. And so I believe, despite, if there's proof to be provided, he owes it, he owes it. I mean, but I think we need to have a restitution hearing when it comes to the victim in the instant case. Mr. Lavario, who is the complainant in the UMV case that's being TIC'd. Again, it's a very big number he's alleging with no proof. I will also point out that in the discovery given to us by the state, Uriah is found in this gentleman's stolen pickup, and there are no tools there. He's not found with them or anything. There's also some conflicting statements that he gave. So I would require a restitution hearing on that one as well.
Okay.
But again, whatever he owes, that proof's provided, he owes.
All right, this is what the court will do. The court is going to deny your application, find you guilty, sentence you to 12 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $5,000 fine, time and money will run concurrent. Taking consideration 2022 CR 7208, 2022 CR 7210. I can order the therapeutic community It'll be up to them whether or not they place you in the therapeutic community. I absolutely have no jurisdiction over that. So if you would like, I could put that in the order.
Yes, ma'am.
There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be restitution, if any, and no contact with Joshua Sandoval and Ramon Lavario. Going to show you what's inside titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I know that 12 years is a lot of time. Honestly, anytime you do, whether it's at the Bexar County Jail or wherever it's at the prison, that's a lot of time. But I did internalize everything that was said. I listened to all of the witnesses. If you have a drug or alcohol problem, you need to use this time away to get your life in order, to concentrate on what improvements you want to make so you don't be back here. The complainant in this case has permanent injuries, and those injuries will never go away. You can go to jail, do your time, get your life in order. You can even get a college degree at the jail. And I could be wrong, but I don't even think they have to pay for the degree. So you can get a free degree at the jail and work on yourself, figure out how you got in this situation and not put yourself in this situation again. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there a victim impact?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is application for probation denied? Guilty. 12 years in prison. The judge isn't buying the second chance. Plea in Texas. Violent crime with a deadly weapon. That's a hard sell for probation.